This is Kai Wheeler from KaiWheeler.com, and today I will be covering some agility training. Now, agility can be defined as the ability to move and change position quickly and effectively while maintaining control. Agility requires a combination of strength, speed, power, balance, and spatial awareness. Some of the best athletes in the world have mastered this. So today I'm going to be covering 3 exercises that will train movement patterns and will hopefully increase your agility potential. So let's get started. The first exercise of our circuit will be a BOSU lateral agility sprawl. Now this is a great exercise because it trains multiple planes of movement and explosiveness in these planes of movement. So we're going to be moving laterally and we're going to be going onto the ground, picking ourselves back up as quickly as possible. So to begin this exercise, we will start on the side of the BOSU with our feet about shoulder distance apart, and we're going to have our weight shifted on our heels, knees bent. So from here, we want to be mindful this is an athletic position. We're drawing the navel in, retracting the shoulder blades. So I like to relax my hands as I do this, getting ready. So what you want to think is hinge this hip back on the outer foot as you prepare to move laterally over the BOSU. So we're essentially going to take lateral steps over to the other side of the BOSU. Now you notice this inner foot is just going to tap. And it's really a powerful step that we're taking with that outer foot. So keep in mind, weight is shifted back on our heels and we're using this as a powerful step laterally. We're not using it as a vertical step, so stay low to the ground. Now we're just going to incorporate another aspect. So as I come over, I'm going to put all my weight on my outer foot as I come down onto the ground, kicking my foot behind me. Now from here, I'm going to retract the shoulder blades, draw the navel in, and keep the glutes engaged. Keep this other foot up. So from here, I pop back up onto my foot. So make sure that when you pop back up, I'm going to show you a lateral view, we don't do this. The goal is to end with your foot firmly planted on the ground. So let me show you that again. This next exercise of the circuit will be a BOSU hop into a BOSU jump. Now this exercise is great because it trains an explosive movement followed by stability, followed by regaining your balance. So if you notice athletes, whether it's football, baseball, soccer, any sport really, there's a chance that you may get off balance. So the best athletes in the world are able to, followed by an explosive action, they're able to regain their stability and recover despite an external stimulus. We're going to be about a foot behind the BOSU with our feet about hip to shoulder width apart. We're going to have our weight shifted on our heels, athletic stance, just like when we began the lateral agility sprawl. From here, we're going to load, hinging our hips back to prepare to jump forward onto the BOSU. So we jump forward, and we softly land and stabilize. Now, if this is your first time, it's going to be a little difficult to stabilize at first because we're not used to the unstable surface of the BOSU ball. So from here, we're going to gain our stability. Once we've gained the stability, we jump straight up, jump back. Here's what we want to make sure to avoid. Let me demonstrate some bad form. So we don't want to come onto the BOSU with our knees forward and arch the low back as we jump. Okay? Also, be mindful of what your arms are doing so that they don't throw you off balance. So whatever you need to do to keep them under control, try that out. What I do is I sweep my arms forward as I hop onto the ball, and then I just extend as I jump and draw the navel in, bend as I land. For the sake of this circuit, we are going to do a BOSU hop. Then we're going to jump 3 times, each time waiting in between to regain our stability and balance before we go into the next jump. So let me demonstrate. This final exercise of the circuit will be a burpee with a forward hop. So I'm going to move this BOSU out of the way and back up some since I'm doing the forward hop. So first I'll show you the burpee from a lateral view so that you can see what my body's doing. I'm going to kick my feet out behind me and go onto my hands and feet. I'm going to have equal weight distribution on my hands and my feet. In that position, we want to make sure we retract the shoulder blades, draw the navel in, and keep tension on the glutes. Now, when I pop up from here, I want to land on my feet as opposed to landing on my toes. So I want my weight firmly planted on my feet. Also, make sure that your arms aren't way out in front of you. You want your hands, elbows, and shoulders to be in proper alignment. Now that I've covered the burpee, I'm going to cover the forward hop. So I'm going to come up from my burpee, I'm going to hinge my hips back, position of readiness, and I'm going to jump forward, soft landing. So as I jump forward, I sweep my arms forward, stop there, drawing the navel in, weight firmly planted on my heels as I prepare to go back into another burpee. So burpee, forward hop, soft landing, burpee, forward hop, soft landing. Okay, so some key points to add. Make sure that you're hinging your hips back for all these explosive exercises, never coming forward with the weight on your toes. We want to keep the weight shifted back. Also, make sure that when you're coming back up from your burpee or from your agility sprawl that you keep your feet as straight as possible. When you pop up, we have a tendency to either externally rotate or internally rotate. Let's try to keep that straight. And lastly, I would highly recommend going through some myofascial release before you complete these exercises. Myofascial release and stretching are very important aspects of your training program, especially if you're an athlete. So stay tuned for some of those myofascial release videos. I already have some and I'll be doing plenty more. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope that you subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day.